Who's giving you some of the best advice?
I still advise. You ain't even got to tell me. I steal it. Whether you said it in the interview,
right?
Or you just done some bullshit that I could peep game in your demonstration. You know, I pay attention. I'm a student of success and just like boss moves, and I pay attention. So you don't got to tell me directly. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I pay attention. Everybody, you know who the bosses are in the game. I think Richard Branson is a boss. I think Elon Musk is a boss. I think like outside of rap music, I pay attention to them type of people too.
I've seen you with Gary V.
Yeah, he crazy. You know what I mean? He turned up like a rapper. You know, his energy on. You know, as soon as he walk in the room, you feel it.
right.
Nah, but you know, I got a lot of respect for Gary V. Dude, entrepreneur, self-made, author. You know, an innovator. I call him a radical. I call myself a radical too, so I think we relate on that level.
Hustling. People ask me, Charlie, how is it that you can be a pastor and then at the same time you be sitting here promoting guys like Nipsey Hussle and listening to this kind of stuff? And it's not that I'm promoting their message as much as I'm paying attention to the lessons that they're teaching. There's a distinction. I'm not promoting their message. I'm trying to learn and take the lessons that they're teaching. And so what Nipsey said in this clip is critical, and I wish more pastors really understood what he is saying. He said, you ain't even got to give me advice. I steal advice. I steal advice. And where are you stealing your advice from? Like, you don't have to be a theologian to give me information. You don't have to be a PhD for me to learn from you. You don't have to be a Christian for me to learn from you. I steal advice. I go wherever somebody is giving game, and I take that game and I apply it. And for many of my pastor friends that I see, many of us are struggling because we're trapped within paradigms and ways of thinking that are easily changed, shifted, broken, if we would just diversify the teachers that we would listen to. Diversify the teachers. One of my things is, it's just a hobby of mine. I grew up listening to hip hop. They just inspired me. I just like it or whatever. What does it do? When I get depressed, when I get frustrated, when I get down and I don't know what to do, man, you give me the right record, it helps me to kind of go, okay, yeah, Charlie, you are good. You're able to push through this. You're not going to fail. You're not bad. You're not horrible. You're going to make it through. And so you ain't even got to teach me that. You could just tell me, give me the game. Who are you reading? Are you stealing advice? He talked about Gary V. Gary V is one of my he's inspired me over the years of my church planting journey. So Gary V has hugely inspired me. There's so many others, the books that you're reading, the people you listen to, the podcasts you listen to and consume. All of those things will help you in your journey of planting if you don't limit yourself. And so many times as a pastor, we are irrelevant because everybody we listen to is irrelevant and we've lost our connection with the actual people. If I'm honest, the reason I got into the church planting game was so that I could create a fresh, new expression of the good news of the gospel so that I could reach my friends, so that I could reach my family, so that like, I didn't feel like this disconnect between my culture and my God. Like I wanted to create that. And once I knew that that was a possibility, that God didn't see my culture as something negative, that he gave it to me as a part of who I am to express his beauty, his power, his influence in the world, man, I knew I had a blank slate in the church to help people to experience Christ in a new and profound way. So man, my challenge to church planners is, go back to why you got into this. Go back to why you got into the game. Did you get into the game to just be about programs, processes, and procedures? Like, nah, we didn't get into that. Is it just so that you could preach from a platform? That wasn't it for me. The modus operandi for me getting into the church planting game was so that I could create new expressions that help my friends and family and peers connect with Jesus. And so, man, Nipsey is right. You ain't gotta give me advice. I ain't gotta be in the room. I ain't gotta go to every mastermind. I steal advice. That's why I go on social media. I see the little clips. I pause them. I save them. And it helps me to think through, man, what if we implemented that strategy in our church plan? Man, what if we began to disciple people like this? What if we took that content, flipped it around a little bit, mixed it up, and then put it out like that? Rather than just doing the same, man, we just got to have Sunday morning, Sunday night, Sunday school, and then we don't do this, we don't do that, we don't do this, because this is how it's always been done. What's the point of planning a church if everything you do has already been done? Yo, thanks so much for watching. This your man Charlie, a.k.a. Charlie Hustle, a.k.a. the Hope Hustler. And I want you to like, subscribe for more to stay up with us.